looks like I actually still made the time. Still 11:01. I think I was still on the stream at 11. Mendez, what's going on, guy? So today on wait a minute. Today on wait a minute. I think I gotta set things up just a little bit more cohesively smooth. Get your coffee. I know I got mine. Get your Redcat. All right. So today on RC Guy Garage, COVID and Coffee, we're basically all we're going to do is we're going to work on the Redcat Racing KAIJU. There have been a couple of things that I've smashed off on this thing. I'm still retaining the same body. I'm not gonna waste my money on getting another body. However, if you haven't checked out Gus's Custom Creations, he did a video on his Redcat Racing KAIJU, and what he did is he took a, I think he took a roll bar from an ARRMA, I think infraction. I think it's an infraction roll bar, and he modified it to fit his KAIJU. He gave it roof sliders. It now has like a roll bar in the back to help protect during a rollover, because that's what a roll bar is for. I don't know if he did anything with the front, but you can see, like with mine anyway, mine, you know, it has issues. Well, actually, it wasn't me. It was my son. My son smashed off the front bumper, but, you know, again, he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's just like, no, I'm like, that's totally fine. That's expected. I've had a multitude of parts for this thing. But the one thing that was the major issue was this right here. So this is obviously the center diff for the KAIJU, and yeah, stripped out the plastic gear. And I was gonna do the Gus's Custom Creation mod, but I think I ended up messing up and not getting the exact right stuff. I don't think I got the right shims, so I said, you know what, forget it. I've got so many other things to do. I'll just wait until Redcat comes out with their steel spur gear, and then they came out with it, and then it finally came back in stock. I ordered it, and I basically have just been sitting on it, not doing anything. So I'm gonna literally just install that gear, check over the truck, make sure it's all ready to rip, because the KAIJU is going to Diamond Dust. Diamond Dust is literally going to be the place for me to go to start beating on these RCs. So probably would be a good idea to maybe throw a front bumper on there, but I've got a box of Redcat parts that I've kind of been amassing and held on for quite a while, and I think maybe now I should go ahead and put this thing back together and get some lights back on it and just make sure it's in working shape, because what's the point of having such a nice truck, man? I've told so many people and sold so many people on this truck that why am I not driving it? This thing is mint. Brandon, what's going on, guy? Michael Wooster, what's going on? Sergeant J, what's going on, man? So like I said, it's really time to kind of bring this thing back. It is such a good ripping truck. I should pay attention to maybe venting these tires. I don't think I did. Yeah, it doesn't look like it like I did. So what I'll do is I'll vent these tires the way that I had done it, and that was by using this hex driver, and then basically just superheat the driver with my blowtorch, and then just puncture one of these square lugs. So I'll do a square lug, I'll puncture it, obviously go to the opposite side on this flat, and I'll go to the opposite section, and I'll pump this right through red hot and just put it through. And hopefully what that will do is instead of drilling out the lug, and that's, I mean, I want to do it this way. Instead of drilling out the lug, at least I'll be kind of like cauterizing the wound is kind of what I'm thinking. I've tried drilling before, and drilling just doesn't seem to like work right, and I don't have a soldering iron that will do this. And after looking at ARRMA and what they've been doing with their tires, the holes are pretty close to being about this size. So I'll go ahead and do that. That way I don't wipe out these tires, because I did wipe out a brand new set of tires just because, well, I mean, they have vent holes and it's got foam in it, and the thing filled up with water, and I just kept repping it until basically the tires blew off. So, yeah. And that was kind of like a waste. Dylan Davis, what's going on, guy? Good morning. Hector Santos, good morning. Barbecue, what's going on, guy? Got yours fitted with some paddles for snow. Fun. What? Your KAIJU? Why do you need paddles with these things, man? These things are almost like a paddle tire. Although it's not. But that's awesome, Saj. Or are you talking about another vehicle? Mendez. What's going on, guy? All right, so hopefully you got your coffee. Like I said, I know I do. And I'm just going to basically just going to get into this thing. So here's the part number for that. It's is that the part number? Yeah, something like that. Any day now. Come on. Come on, focus on that thing, will you? All right, don't focus. Never mind. Oh, there we go. So it's RER 1332-9. So that's the part number for the steel spur gear for the Redcat Racing KAIJU. And let's just get this thing open. Very simple, easy repair. Obviously, all it is just another diff. And I was good with this truck, meaning just like I did with the Big Rock, even though the Big Rock is broken, I took it apart, figured out what the issue was, put it back together. That way I'm not going to lose any parts. I'm not having paper plates like all over the place, and I can leave this bench free and clear so I can actually, you know, keep this going. Now, this body is absolutely hammered. Obviously, from ripping it on the pavement, crashing on these corners, you can see everything's all ripped out. I may like try to address some of this stuff and maybe try to repair it. Looking at that video from Gus's Custom Creations, maybe I might try to do some kind of a roll bar thing. I mean, to be honest with you, with the way this truck looks, this is actually the way I kind of want this truck to look. Now, if I go ahead and throw the roll bars in here and the skid plates, it's already got that kind of like, you know, beat down kind of look. It looks like a redneck truck because, like, literally this is a redneck truck. That's how I think of this thing. If you're a redneck and you don't own a Redcat, there's something wrong with you. This is one, and I mean, and here's my I care nothing about nothing body mount system. That was the first thing I think that went just from the impacts was this plastic, you know, thing. And I actually think I might even have one. I'm not sure. I might actually have a brand new one, but I'm not going to replace this. This is going to stay like this. I'll basically just take this aluminum, rebend it so the body fits a little bit better. But this works out great. I mean, you know, this is all you need. You know, the pieces, I snapped the pieces off completely and just used them as spacers, and it worked out. You know, it maybe, who knows, maybe it strengthens the shock tower. Not that I really think it needs to be strengthened, but this truck is great. I do think I have one of these LEDs in the back. I think one of the LEDs are out, so I'll check that as well. I just don't remember. I don't remember if one of the rear LEDs are out or not. So I'll just plug it in and see what happens. But this is a very capable trick truck that, like I said, is going to go to diamond dust. I love everything about this thing, man. How could you not? Adjustable aluminum shocks, granted plastic caps. It's 6S. It loves 4S. I mean, even its design, short, compact, nice plastic tub chassis kind of thing. It even came with, which I never used, it even came with a net that covers like the electronics. It's almost as if this thing was made to go to diamond dust. So, and it may be something that I do. I think I got to get a black background on there because having that white wall, it blows out the, it seems to blow out the visual. So, let's see. Tortured, what's going on, guy? Yes, a kaiju, right, Sergeant. It's going to be some deep snow? Right, okay, right. Yeah, just momentum, obviously. Will just don't lose your momentum. It doesn't matter what you got for tires. Once your momentum's gone, forget it. Imagine a kaiju on 8S. Absolutely undrivable. Dude, this thing is almost undrivable on 6S. Granted, it's fun, but if that's all you want as a trick truck, you know, I mean, I do run this on 6S. I don't see any need to go on 4S, meaning I'm just saying, like, if you want it to last longer, drive it on 4S and you'll have a blast. But if you know, if you want to take it to a place like Diamond Dust, put it on 6S. J.O., what's going on, guy? Sergeant, just post a picture on the Facebook site. Henry, what's going on, man? Mitchell. Riff to the RAF. Philip, you need some nitro. I do have nitro cars. That one right there. That's a brand new nitro right there. That one. That's a Habao SS. It's actually this one. No, it's that one. So that one right there. That one right there is this that I've been transforming, giving it a wider stance. Move the kaiju out of the way. I've been giving it a wider stance, and I threw the Redcat Racing kaijus on there. But I basically just have to do a battery tray on this. I love buggies, so I put an extended hex to be able to get the Redcat Racing kaijus on there. And this thing is slowly transforming into a nasty little off-road vehicle. It's almost as if when you look at these shocks, right? These shocks look very similar to the kaijus. The kaijus just have a hex portion, and the Habaos have at least an aluminum cap, but a plastic little top. So, but this thing should rip. This is going to go to Diamond Dust as well. This is also a 6S vehicle. So I got a couple of things that I want to do to this. This is a little bit bigger. Is this the same ESC? No, actually, this is the same exact ESC. 2200 kV motor. Just 6S little ripper. So, but this right here is that, and then that truggy is the nitro. And then obviously you can see I got the other thing there, the Hyper GT thing. I do, and I have my Barca. That's a gas. I have my Earthquake, which I gave up on that thing just because of the pull start. I got it to run. It drives great. It pulls wheelies in second gear, but I just keep on ripping out the pull start. And it just, there was just one day that I think I had ripped out the pull start like 3 or 4 times, and I kept putting it together, and by the 4th time, I just like literally just kicked the thing to the curb. I mean, it's a great little, like, very inexpensive nitro vehicle, but it's just, electric is just, how do you say it? Electric is the lazy man's way of being able to get out there and rip it, right? To be, yeah, really. Electric is the lazy man's way. You know, it's easy. You know, it's not like I don't like nitro. I do. That's got a big block in it. Well, that does. It's a big block Hobao motor. So, and it's got some spice. But as a truggy, that's also going to get conversion hexes and Habao. Not Habao. It's going to get the Redcat Racing KAIJUs. So, where are we at? So, centered differential. That's where we're at. So, yeah. So, basically going to be flipping this thing upside down and accessing this bottom section here. So, I'll take out, you know, this spine piece here. Gaines, what's going on, guy? Let's see, what am I missing here? Is that, what is that? Masu RC, what's going on, guy? I think this is your first time here. I don't remember seeing you before. Let's see. I'm way, way bad with the chat. Iron Man's here. What's going on there, Thomas? Yeah, Gaines, I'm trying to get a little bit consistent with these lives now. And like I said before, it's not going to be, I don't see how it can be an everyday thing. It's just, you know, I mean, you gotta, sometimes you gotta do, like, you know, real work. So, but I'm doing this for now. And, you know, when it's crummy days like this, you know, I choose to do this right now. So, yeah, the intent was, and I think I touched on this. I think last night. I think I touched on this last night. Was that I really gotta get some stuff going here. I touched on this last night. I'm trying to do. I'm going to see if I can do it. I'm trying to go live. There's no way in heck I can do this every day. There's no way. But I'm going to give it an effort. I'm going to try to do COVID and coffee in the morning, which is going to be like maybe I should say COVID and coffee is going to be like from 8 to 11, because obviously I started at 11 today. I was a little late. The only reason why I'm late is because I'm uploading the Traxxas X-Max trash bag video. So it's really nothing to watch. It's totally unepic, but it seems to play into the reason why the thing has been transformed from trash bag to crash bag. But so COVID and coffee, I think, is going to be like from 8 to 11. It'll start somewhere in that block of time. Maybe I might iron it out. Because I got to figure out what's going on with my internet. It's looking like I'm like 7 frames per second here. Wave my hand by and it's like stuttering. So COVID and coffee. And then at nighttime, I'm thinking, I'm trying to just be consistent with like that time. I highly doubt I'm ever going to start a RC Guy Garage, you know, late night live thing, the Shop Talk and Ranch, which I should just change that back to. I should change that back to late night live. I didn't think about that. I really should rename those videos late night live, because that's how it was late night live, and then COVID and coffee. Shop Talk and Wrench literally should just be like those times when I just like, you know, I don't even know. I don't know what to call it. But I am going to try and stay consistent. Maybe like between that 8 p.m. to 10 would probably be the latest that I would start a live is my guess. But you got to sometimes, you know, account for, you know, other stuff. Basically what happens is when my wife goes upstairs to, you know, do her thing, take her bath and just hang out in the room. That's pretty much when I'll start my lives. But like I said, it's not going to be every day. There's no way it can be. I'll do what I can, but I'm having a blast. Hopefully you guys are too. If you haven't given the stream a thumbs up, come on. There's 37 people here, only 22 thumbs ups. Let's get those thumbs up so that YouTube is like, yeah, throw some ads on there. All right. So, working on the Redcat Racing KAIJU. Throwing on the metal spur gear. Try to catch up with the chat again. Also, if anybody's like talking to me directly or asking a question, do the @RC Guy Garage. That way it shows up as see how it shows up as like a red block, and that way I get to see it. Or do yourself a favor and throw in a super chat. That'll get my attention. Come on, you waving dollar bills in front of my eyes? Come on! All right, let's see. Addicted, what's going on, guy? Has anyone else publishing vids seen it take over 9 hours to publish? No. You might just have a slow connection or process. Like, it depends how long is your video tortured. 9 hours, that's a stinking long time. All right, I think I'm caught up with the chat, right? Somewhere around there. Monster Jam, what's going on, guy? Demo, what's going on, man? Frank Sluga. Nitro Freak, what's up? Dwayne, guy. What a crappy day today, huh, man? All right, looks like I'm there. Josh, you've been considering a KAIJU. Dude, stop wasting your time. Just get it. Get a KAIJU. Well, actually, it's either that or Mitchell. You know what? I like that little character because he's like, wham! Thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate that. I think you're paid up on your dues, though, guy. Lorne, what's happening, man? An 11-minute video is taking 9 hours to... Yeah, there's definitely... You know what? Maybe it's corrupt. You know what I do, Tortured? In your case, I've kind of not been there like 9 hours. I would literally re-upload the video, copy everything to it, and see what happens. You might be in one of those... like loopholes or loops that it's just for some reason having an issue processing. If it ever comes to when you think it's like taking way too long, like if you've hit an hour and it's not processing an 11-minute video, literally just re-upload it, leave all your information there. Don't delete your original one, re-upload, copy literally everything. And sometimes it will, you know, wake YouTube up and realize that it needs to post something. Mets, dude, where have you been? Joe Daddy's Garage. Wow. Holy moly. The chat is blowing up with super chats. Damn, I think I need to get a Joe Daddy's Garage bell. You know what I need? I know what I need. I need to get that stream deck. Your monthly dues. Mets RC, you just paid your monthly dues. Nice guy. I think you're a little bit behind, though. I think literally between Jo and Mitchell, they've like paid the dues for everybody. And Riff Raff too, though. Riff Raff was slamming the slamming the super chats the other day. You guys are all crazy, man. I love it. It definitely a blast, man. That's your gig. Yeah. Yeah, like I've said before too, like, you know, Joe Daddy's Garage, he's definitely worth a look. And what's great is I know a few of you people have actually gone over there and subscribed to him. I'll tell you what, man, if just the content that he puts out, he's got a ton of videos. And if you follow the Jade, so he's working on, and Jade is, well, it's actually, here's the thing. Jade's actually not his Mustang. It's his wife's. But I think he's forgetting that. Right, Joe Daddy? But Jade is an awesome series. He's got a bunch of just series that videos, whatever, series videos, whatever you want, playlists. Brooklyn Pony is absolutely insane. Brooklyn Pony, he literally, I think he said the only thing that's original on Brooklyn Pony, I believe, is the windshield frame and the hinges. Like he basically took what year is Brooklyn Pony, Joe Daddy? I forget what year Mustang that is. Riff Raff for the dues. For parts. Parts fun. Nice. Riff Raff, thank you for that. A 66. All right. So he took, and this vehicle was from obviously it's called Brooklyn Pony, so it's from New York. He took the epitome of what's called a rust stang. Because, you know, the joke is you call a Mustang a Rustang, right? He took a 1966 Rustang that looked like, I mean, I got a good view of that car. And I mean, he actually sent me, you know, some pictures, and I got a good look at that car. And he basically, it looked like somebody took an excavator and dug this car out from the ground, from where it was like slowly just melting into the earth. It was basically, you know how in the Bible it says from dust you are created, to dust you'll return. Well, from rust it was created, and to rust it was trying to return. And he took that thing, and basically the only parts that are left is the windshield frame, I believe, is original, and maybe some of the cowl, maybe. I think, you know, like some of that structure, I think some of that is original, and literally the door hinges. And he created, and still is creating, a brand new Mustang. And to watch the struggle that he's going through, fitting parts, adjusting panels, it's not one of those things where you're just taking like OEM fenders. I know you can't see in there right now, but inside of there, inside my boiler room, I've got a set of OE. I have a whole front clip to a 69 Camaro. And granted, all my metal is OEM, like original stamping, but that really doesn't mean anything, because over time, those machines would get tired. So the lines weren't going to always be as crisp, but it's still original steel. But just to have the ability and the mentality and the skill to take a pair of door hinges and a window, you know, a front windshield frame, and then create a Mustang out of it. The crazy stuff that he's literally like sectioning panels. He's stretching panels to fit because they don't fit right. And I mean, it's absolutely insane. And the way he teaches and the way he shows, it almost makes you feel like, you know, if you've got, you know, a background, it almost makes you feel like you could do it too. And that's kind of like his point. He's kind of like, you know, if I can do it, so can you. But he is actually a a true blue auto body tech. So that's his forte. He's an automotive or auto body literally creator restorer. So if you haven't checked out Joe Daddy's Garage's channel, literally just go check it out. And you might be amazed. And also check out his Jade videos. And then one of these days, he's going to work on the 68 Camaro again. One of these days. I've been kind of waiting for that. That's actually how I met him, I think. Was on that car. That was years ago. Anyway. So back on this. There's your plug, Joe Daddy. Guy! The only original parts are the windshield frame, the rear seat area where the convertible attaches, and lots of custom work. Right. One day, and the hinges. One day it will be done. Jade Mustang is a 68 getting close to paint. Right. And that's absolutely insane. Yeah, maybe Nitro Freak. I don't know. I get to be honest with you, I get a little leery about putting that car out there. I'm sure you understand why. You get, there's certain things you got to be careful of. Joe Daddy, thank you for that, man. That's a huge donation to the channel. That's actually gonna definitely help for parts that I ordered up for the crash bag. So I'm gonna start working on this thing. Trying to remember, like, you try to remember like how things come apart. I think I might only just have to take off this back portion of the center brace. I think because there's so many vehicles you work on, you forget. And like working on the Big Rock last night, I had no idea how to pop the motor out. And I'm kind of glad that Earl said, hey, I want to see you try to pull that motor out. And I never had pulled one out before. And I think it actually went a little bit easier than what he had expected. As a matter of fact, I know it went easier than he had expected. Oh, what, you've seen me rip the Camaro around? Right. Well, it's not like the car doesn't get attention. It definitely gets attention. But I'm not interested in somebody following me home. You know what I mean? That's why I've got cameras everywhere. All right. So it looks like maybe that does have to come off because that doesn't seem like it's pulling. So maybe this rear brace comes off and it might interlock right there or something. I think I'm remembering some kind of interlock. Oh, I could be wrong, though. What is up with this focus, man? This focus is horrible. There we go. Yeah, all right. So it did. There was an interlock. This whole piece basically interlocks that section right there. And I think this piece, yeah, this piece comes off. Now that, see, isn't that funny? This was back when I was using the other grease. So I almost feel like I want to pick this stuff out and use different grease, but it did serve its purpose. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit of the new stuff, because here's what I'm saying. This is what I didn't like about the grease that I threw in there. Now, I had used this kind of grease for years on any kind of, like I said, ring and pinion, but look at how dry it looks. So it doesn't look like this is really doing the job that it should. So what I will do is I will take this grease. I'm going to peel that off of there, and I'll pack that with my orange grease. And then the orange grease will obviously mix with the stuff that's already there, and it will keep the gears nice. So there we go. All right. Let's see. But isn't that funny? I kind of almost forget. I almost forget like how this went in there. So it obviously goes this way. So I feel like I need to take more stuff apart here. I believe I have to take off this brace. I obviously have to take this off. I guess it looks like I have to take, it does actually look like I have to take off a little bit more than what I'm thinking I had to, just because now that I'm getting a look at it, I know I've got to take that drive shaft and move that out of the way to be able to probably slide this in. Yeah, I think that's what happens. So it's been a while since I've taken this thing apart. Front little bracket piece. Is that going to come off for me? Oh, there's 2 more screws I'm missing, but I think I can slide this out. Yeah. So that I at least could slide out, but you can see I have to still, I'm going to get rid of the grease that's in there. I've basically switched over to another grease. There is, so here's obviously the drive shaft. I'm going to pull this little piece off. Those screws there. There's 2 more screws here. I just don't remember. I'm hoping that it's just, I'm hoping it's just these 2 screws here, and that releases the cover. I think that's what it was. Again, I'm not sure. It really has been a while, and it definitely feels like that's what it is. So there's that screw. So yeah, so that cover pulls off, absolutely perfect. Redcat kind of had like, Redcat knew what was going on here. So this is another reason why I really like this truck. Very, very easy to work on. Everything about it seems just, Redcat literally smashed it out of the park is what it's called when they designed and made this truck. So I'm now going to flip it upside down, because what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get after the bumper bolts that are here. This is a section where the bumper connects onto, and there are lock nuts that are on the bottom, and it's still not focusing. What are you focusing on? There we go. So this technically connects to that section. Here's the lock nut for it, and I'll keep that together for now. I do have a whole new bumper, but I don't feel like I really need to put on a whole new bumper. So I'll just keep that lock nut kind of just stuck up in there. And push it through. Or not. Is it still in there? Huh. Well, I don't know. So now this piece should come off. Hey. Or not. Am I forgetting one more? Yep. I think I am. Yeah, I am. Right through the center. Right through the center right there, there's another one. There we go. So that lock nut actually stayed in place, which is fine. So I'll just kind of just put that in place right there. Stick this screw back into that hole right there. That way it doesn't get lost. And the same thing with this one. Just to try to keep things semi-organized. Just like that. That way that stays together. The grease, I am going to pull again, same thing. I'm going to pull the grease off because I have switched over to the other stuff. The other stuff is just way, way, way better. It basically turned this grease into a joke. So that should be fine. All right. So now that that's all set, put that aside. Now I can work on the center diff. We'll blow this thing apart. Put on the brand new steel spur gear, which is this right here. There you go. There's your part number in case you need it. So work it on this piece here. Get yourself some paper towels. Make sure you got some gloves, because you are dealing with greases and all kinds of stuff. You are definitely way better off using gloves. Whenever you work on any kind of solvents, greases, lubricants, anything, wear gloves. Don't be a fool. Maybe I should get my gloves. Just so I can, for one time, say that I wear gloves and actually do it. Look at that, huh? Huh? I do have gloves. I got these special orange gloves too, but those stay in my garage. All right. Feels fun wearing gloves. You know I don't wear gloves, but I'm gonna. It's only the right thing to do. All right. I think I need to get those blue paper towels too. I feel like a surgeon right now. I feel like a surgeon. All right. I feel like a surgeon. Wasn't there a song? Surgeon? It was that surgeon. Was that like Madonna, or there was another girl that was pretty popular when Madonna was around. What is that, back in the 80s or something like that? And it was a song about being a surgeon or something. I don't remember who it was. I think it was, I don't know, maybe it wasn't Madonna. I really don't know. All right. So Diff Fluid looks pretty black looking. Kind of really didn't want to redo the diff. I think I'll leave the diff the way it is. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of diff fluid to this thing. It looks like I could probably, it looks like I probably should just add more fluid to it, just a little bit though. I'm not going to go overboard. Yeah, not going to go overboard with the diff fluid, but I do want to add a little bit more. But I do want to clean out. Obviously, I'll clean out this section right here. This paper towel is blowing out the. It's the blackness of this. I mean, it's the whiteness of this is blowing out the stream, isn't it? That's why I need to get those blue paper towels. Green Frog, Weird Al. Oh, it was Weird Al. Oh, Frank, that's right. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Right, all right, Frank. So it was like a virgin. That's right. Was that but was that Madonna? Weird Al Yankovic parody called, like, okay, all right. I don't know. I remembered something, but it wasn't like really my kind of music, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like I remembered something. I didn't know what I was trying to remember here. All right, so it was Weird Al, like a surgeon, but it was actually. Now, who did you say it was though? Who actually was the one that did the Virgin song? I'm guessing that was. I'm guessing it's Madonna, because she did that kind of. She did that kind of like edgy, like at the time, kind of stuff. I'm really guessing it was Madonna. That's my guess. I'm probably dead on that. That's also another thing too. When you go to Joe Daddy's garage, he'll also, everything literally is about how to do things the safe and proper way too. So, you know, when he works on something, he's fully protected. You know, he's not welding with, you know, just his eyeglasses on like some people do and just closes his eyes. You know, he's got his earring protection. He's got his hearing protection. He's got his safety glasses. He's got all the appropriate right stuff. Because in reality, when you think about it, man, you got to do what you can to protect yourself. They had that show called something along the lines of every day that you survive, there's 1,000 things that probably could have taken you out. So, and he kind of reminds me of like that show in a way, because, you know, he tries to do everything possible to be safe and whatnot. So definitely a wise decision to do stuff like that. And like I say, I always talk about it all the time. I like the biggest thing for me, like already, so you can see the dots on my hand. Already my hands are sweating. You don't see it? I hate that. You know? Like even when I, you know, when I work with concrete, okay, I have a habit of doing what's called finger joints. So let's say I'm doing like let's say I'm doing something with cobblestones. I'm doing like a nice cobblestone detail, or I'm doing like a stone wall, and I always have a habit of using my fingers. Well, over time, what ends up happening is the fingers you use to smooth out all your concrete, the concrete, obviously, it's acidic. So you literally end up like rotting through your finger. Like, I mean, I used to just always do stuff with my fingers until I started losing my fingerprints. Because I'd have one finger that started to like get acid burns, and I'd switch to the next finger. And then I'd switch to the thumb, and then I'd go to the next hand and wonder why, I have rotted fingers. And it's definitely, it's bad stuff, man. So do what you can to kind of protect yourself. We don't know what we're putting into our bodies, into our bloodstreams. And my wife basically kind of alerted me to that. I should throw this gear actually in the juice. So this is what I call the juice. We brew this stuff in my backyard, and it also works for cleaning pots. We brew this stuff in my backyard, and it cleans your pots. It's an episode of Moonshine Brothers. Oops. Always cap this thing off. Pretty potent. Dude, you missed a whole random conversation. You know it. Stop clowning around. And I am wearing gloves, guy. Your dad had his hands in acetone for... Right, I know. It still doesn't matter. It's just, you don't, like, I mean, think about it, all right? You take that stuff, all right, okay, this stuff right here, okay? I joke around. I say I brew this in my backyard, all right? Because you know what it looks like. It's inside a mason jar or a jelly jar, whatever. Actually, it looks like a jelly jar, but it's a mason jar, right? I joke about it, but this is basically like paint thinner. This is lacquer thinner. All right. How come we don't drink this stuff? Basically, drinking it is the same thing by dipping your hands in it. And I never thought about that when I was a kid. I used to wash all my carburetors, brake clean, using gas, using whatever kind of solvent that I had. And then when you would be dunking the carburetor in and cleaning all the parts and doing all that stuff, right? Your hand feels that cool sensation. Well, that stuff is obviously penetrating and eventually going into your bloodstream. Why do you want to do that? If you're not going to drink this, that's basically the same thing. You're drinking it with your hands. Now, my wife proved a point to me. There was this stuff, a numbing agent that they used on... that she used on clients that dealt with pain. There were these patches, right? And basically, you had to be very careful with these patches. You'd unpeel the patch, and then when you would stick it on somebody's skin, like let's just say you had maybe a joint affected area, like right here, having kind of like an issue. You would take that and you would put that on that joint affected issue, and literally that whole portion of your arm would then become like numb and whatever. And that right there told me that obviously the stuff is getting into your bloodstream. I mean, people are putting like the nicotine patches on their arms and all that stuff. And it's just really no good. Read the instructions or read the cautions on the back of the thing here. Is there any caution on here? Yeah, warning. Warning right there. Do not eat, do not drink, right? And I know it's all fuzzy, but... And I talk about this and I joke around and I say I was never really a proponent for, that type of protection, but put it this way. I would like to be around to see my kids. You know what I mean? I'd like them to potentially know, like, you know, depending upon if and when they have kids, you know, I'd like to at least be able to play with them. You know what I mean? So I want to be healthy. So I always say it all the time. Wear your gloves. Whether I do or not, that's on me. But right now, check it out. I'm doing what's right. I'm doing what's right, guy. All right. Let's see. I'm just trying to adjust this thing. It really is the better thing to do to protect yourself. If you want to live longer, just do it. If you don't want to live longer, then drink it. Because that's basically what you do. All right. And yes, it does feel weird to wear gloves. I will admit that. It really does. But I might as well do it the right way. Especially if you're instructing or showing somebody. With 20 years, these gloves and... yeah, I know, guy. You know what? Think about it. All right. Here's another thing that I've kind of been talking about. All right. What about all these years that people, you know, use copper piping, right? So now they're switching over, or they've been for the past, in my memory, they've been switching over to PEX fairly regularly into homes. I want to say in the last, let's say the last 18 years is my guess. They've been, I think I remember seeing PEX about 18 years ago. So that's a plastic, right? And for all purposes, it's used as a water pipe. Now, I don't feel like cold water would have as hard of an effect on the plastic. And granted, it's some kind of crazy plastic or whatever it is. It's, you know, designed. But then again, one day they tell you that tea is good for you to drink, right? But then the next week they'll tell you that tea causes cancer. So it's like, well, what is it? So I guess, like, you know, even wearing the gloves, who knows? Maybe something's leaching into my hand, but I feel as though having the actual fluid leaching into my hand is probably worse. And do you have people that smoke like 4 packs of cigarettes a day and they're still going strong and they're like 100 years old? Yeah, I guess it's just each individual's body and how it affects them and whatever. But you know, why do they have all these warnings? You know, I don't think it's all fake news. You know, some of it out there is fake, but I don't think all of it's fake. And of course, the focus is going to be messed up, isn't it? Okay. Oh, stupid camera. Come on, camera. Focus. Ta-da. Nope. It's just going to stay unfocused. There we go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I am obviously getting some grit. So I'm going to get a new paper towel. I definitely need to get those blue ones, though. The white is blowing. I can tell that the white is blowing out the camera. So... I will admit firsthand, I really don't like wearing gloves. Look at it. The sweat's growing. I hate when you take the gloves off and you look like you have prune hands. I do definitely dislike that, but eventually my kids are going to have kids and I'd like to be around. I never thought that way before, but I do now. Boy, was that stuck. Looks like it's only one shim. And there's also a little seal, I think, in here, right? Yeah, right there. Little seal. There's only one. I think the way you have to look at it, right? If you want to protect yourself, that's on you. Don't say that, somebody else's opinion to try to, and I don't push stuff on anybody. Well, I mean, I do say wear gloves, but I don't push my opinion on anybody. I just say, hey, wear gloves, because that's what you should do. And half of the time, or 90% of the time, I don't, but might as well do it the right way. So I'm going to take this gear, and I am literally just going to toss this thing because this thing is pointless now. But you can see the massive difference between the gear. You got the stock plastic piece of garbage, and then you have the nice, massive, heavyweight, like, weighs a lot of pounds gear. And it even has the little pins, too. So this thing has its little pins. So toss that in the garbage. Make sure this bearing is nice and clean. And I am missing a bearing, but I think I know where it is. So move this over. Get rid of this paper towel. Now I am going to take the gloves off right now. Want my hands to breathe. And drag this over here. And then because I, wiped off the grease and everything, I'm going to try to just, do my assembly thing. So this is what I've always done. I always use a pre-lube whenever I assemble any kind of normally like any kind of metal part. And I'll basically just kind of like pre-lube stuff. It's a habit that I've always done. It's always seems to work. Doesn't seem like there's any negative effect to it. So I'll smooth it around. I'll put a little bit of oil on this right here, just a little bit. It's not a lot. That way, when I install it, I feel like it's giving a little bit of lubrication to the part, right? So throw on the bearing, which I usually actually put a little drop on there too on the outside. And I probably should check this bearing. Buttery smooth. That bearing feels great. So go ahead and install that. Install the cup. And there's a little bit of drag, but that might only be because yeah, once I get the sun gear and everything on there. So push that into place. I'll then put another drop of lube. Locate that pin. Slide that pin into place. Take the sun gear, toss that on. And I believe that basically just took out the little bit of drag that I was feeling. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll grab some Diff Fluid. I do have still a little bit of 500K. And when I'm, oh, look at that, went right in the trash. So I want to feel what this kind of, I want to see what this feels like. Feels pretty thick. Definitely feels like it's thick. So I don't know if I want to put, I think, you know what? I think I will. I'll just put in the 500K. Just like that. That's it. That's all I'm going to put in there. Now, obviously, it does have the little keyed portions. So I'm going to line up the little dowels to those little keyed portions. And that's it. Perfect. I don't drive the screws all the way in. I stop it right before it gets to the end. I get all my screws in. And I'll just put a light touch on each as I work like a star pattern. You can see I'm already doing like the star pattern. It's just a habit. All right, so now is when I'll loosely keep this in my hand. That way the diff will spin and not crank, because we are only going into plastic. See? Go to the other side. Other side. Go to the opposite. And now that I know that that's all set, I'll give it a little bit of a spin. Boy, does that sound nice and locked now. That actually feels pretty good. So now what I'll do is I'll just go in and I'll torque it down by hand. Watch this diff be stripped. That screw right there kind of felt funky. Nope. Oh, it's fine. So once I kind of do my cross pattern, then I literally will just go in a circle and I'll go a couple of times around. Just putting a light pressure on each screw. And usually you can get just a little tweak out of it as it basically, you know, compresses and gets torqued down to that gasket that's right there. Try to just put even pressure all the way around. That's it. It's literally, it's like done. Just got to put the bearing on that end. Make sure things are nice and clean. And here's the bearing. Now this bearing actually kind of feels something. No, actually it's all right. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick this open right now just to get a look inside to see what this bearing looks like before I install it. The other one I didn't feel like something instantly. This one I felt something instantly. There's a possibility it may have been just a little bit of grit. So I'm just going to pick this open. Right there. Just to get a good look at it. And it kind of looks all right. I think I'm going to add some of my, and this is just what I choose to do. I'm not using an oil. I'm going to use this stuff. This is just a ceramic brake parts lubricant, and I don't need to pump in a lot. I should be using gloves. Here I am, like telling people, "Oh yeah, do it the right way. Make sure you wear gloves." But I'll do it real quick. That way it won't get into my system. Whoops. And I'll just coat this. I'll just coat this side right here. Good enough. Good enough. And then just squeeze the seal in. And then I'll clean my hands off. Chef, what's going on, guy? It's not too much, guy. Come on. Leave me alone, will you? This is the way I always do it. It works out mint. It's if you know the product, it's really not too much. This stuff is so slick. You know what I'm saying? I am actually like literally out of it. But it's just a ceramic lubricant. This stuff is great. I'm literally out of it. I should order like some right this second now that I'm thinking about it. So go on to Amazon. Go on Amazon. I'm going to do Amazon Prime. And then hit the thing and go Permatex Silicone Ceramic Extreme. Why does it say permit tax? That's not what I said. Ah, it's still listening to me. Dang it. Come on. Permatex Silicone Ceramic Extreme. I did not say Permatics. Let's see what happens. Hit go. It doesn't even come up. Son of a. Maybe it'll come up like that. It should. There we go. Right there. 25 bucks. Prime. Have it by the 6th. I definitely need it because I use it all the time. So just bam. Order. Buy it now. See? You just do the swipe whenever it loads. All right, never mind. It's not going to load. Well, anyways, that's the stuff right there. Definitely good stuff. All right. So that's all set. I will put just a drop, not a lot, just a drop. There we go. And to feel that bearing right now, that thing is so buttery smooth right now. Granted, it is spinning on the thing, but it's buttery smooth. Mint. Absolutely perfect. All right. Get back on here. All right, let's see. No masks, RC. What's that? Sergeant J, you kept on like not looking at my, either you were ignoring it or you weren't seeing it. How come we didn't have the Italian cooking with Sergeant J episode? That would have been awesome, guy. Cooking Italian's finest cooking with Sergeant J. That would have been funny. Cooking Italian's finest with Sergeant J. Yo, be lighthearted, man. Do a cooking thing. Cook up some spaghetti and or cook up some pasta and sauce. That would be awesome. Have like in the kitchen, have like one of your RC cars like somewhere, and then in between, like when you're allowing Diff Fluid to like settle, you're over there cooking sauce, cooking some pasta. All right. Oops. Whoops. Now, I shouldn't need gloves to do any of the other stuff right now. I think I'm good with everything else that I've got to do. It's not going to really require that type of protection. So now gloves are off. Gloves are not required right now. I will clean out some of this stuff because there's still gear carnage material in there from when the gear disintegrated. So I should get that at least out of there. So that's good. A little bit of carnage in there. Ron, what's going on, guy? All right, 52 people, only 40 thumbs ups. Come on, do it. Make this channel explode in a good way. All right. So that looks like that's all right. Also, again, if somebody's trying to say something directed to me, just do the @RC Guy Garage, and it will show up as a red block on my thing. Because most of you guys are in here just to kind of like talk to each other, not me. All right. So I am running out of this stuff. It's literally, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here to grab what's left in there. But more is on the way. So let's go like that. And I'll do the same thing for the back. Yeah, looks like it's really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Yeah, it's really getting down to the bottom, man. It's way down there. There we go. Good enough. No cross-contamination either. I was really careful not to contaminate that. Granted, it's basically done. will wipe up kind of like the extra. Same thing here, get it off the pin. That's good. All right, where am I at? So I'm going to throw this in now. Basically, all that's going to do is literally just settle down into that spot. I hope. You know what? It might not. Crap. You know what? I might have to. Yeah, I do, don't I? Ah, dang it. It's very easy to separate that, but it looks like I'm going to have to separate that. It's literally just a couple of screws. Just to kind of loosen it up. I think all I have to do is just loosen it up. And I might be able to get it to tip out. Oop. All right. This is why you keep a magnet. And then I think, if I remember right, I don't think I have to pull it all the way out. Might have to, though. I really forget. It's been such a long time. So I'll see what happens. So I think, yeah, all right, so that's it. So now I'll flip it upside down, holding it really careful. Just going to basically tip that out of the way. I almost feel like I should kind of put a little something on there. But, you know what? I'm just going to... go like this. Because I have to also get the, I also have to get the drive shaft in there. So it's kind of like, I think it's like pushing back. What do I do with the drive shaft? Right there. So put the drive shaft in, and I literally just kind of clock it, tip it back, and then just settle it right down and in. Ah! Come on! I knew that was going to happen. Son of a... It's only because it's live. You know that. It's because it's live. Let's try it again. Get that on. Get that side on. Oh no. Losing my screws. See? It's because it's live, man. It's just the way it goes. Do something live, everything falls all over the place. Lose all the screws all over the place. The vacuum will find the screws though, right? That's how it works. So drive shaft. Put that gear in place. Watch it fall out again. Clock that kind of in position. And there we go. Now, come on, just get in there. Come on. Stop fighting me. Yeah, good. I'm making it hard on myself because I don't want to take parts apart when I should. Dang it. Son of a... If I just took these off, I'd make it so much easier. Come on, get in there. So that's in place. If I just take those stupid ears off, it would make it easier. There we go. Stay on. Don't you dare. There we go. All right. Yep. Now I can flip this thing back upside down. Put the cover back on. Just kind of slide that into place. I took these two screws right here, I think. Yep. So, one. Yeah. Now, where did I put that band? Is it the right screw? No, actually, it wasn't the right screw. Was it? No, it wasn't, because here's the 4 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those went somewhere else, I think, maybe. Yeah. Oh! Wrong way. Those are these. Oh, come on. Get in there. That's better. Way better. Now the little bearing cap, which way did this go? This way? Or this way? Trying to tell which way this went. It almost seems like it went this way. No, it definitely went the other way. All right. Now see how this grease coats just way better? That green grease that I used to use all the time, complete junk compared to this stuff. Because what this stuff does is it literally stays on the gear. And that's what I like about it. And obviously, like when you have an impact, because obviously it's coming this way, the grease will have a tendency to kind of like hit that skid plate or hit the inside of the skid plate. And then the gear basically recycles it again back to keeping the gear just nice and fresh. That is why I use it. So now one of these is the front and one's the back. I think this one is the back and this one is the front because of the steering. Yep, that's what it looks like. Yeah, right here. And now the rear skid plate. I'm trying to remember, was it the rear that had the long screws or was it the front? Looks like it was kind of both. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Counting with RC Guy Garage. Anybody remember the count from Sesame Street? If you didn't watch Sesame Street, man, come on. Classic. Now, this piece can can go ahead and throw on. Why did... Oh, so it wasn't that. That wasn't the reason why that had to come off, because that's secondary. It was literally that screw. All right, so that works out. Now that one I'm just going to kind of settle down like that. That one there, that one there. That's it. 2 more screws it looks like I'm gonna put in. So somehow, what was that? Try putting those screws. There's 2 more screws that I'm missing. Must be on the table somewhere. So somehow, there we are, these ones. So these are going to go right here. And then that's it. Basically, that's all set. So what I'm going to do right now is, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:38 p.m.
Ooh, it's 12:30, so I'm late. So what I have to do is I now have to go to YouTube and make my video active. How do I... The heck is that? How do I get rid of this? No, I don't want that. No. I don't know what the heck is going on here. I want that. That. Content. Go here. Looks like all the junk is there. Go to end screen. Import. Import it from there. No, I won't import. Nothing there. There we go. Save. There were supposed to be cards. I think I wanted to put a card in here somewhere. So just scrub through real quick. So where is it? Right here? Somewhere here. What was it here?
It's on. This thing, Trax is actually now sporting 106. Well, remote's on now.
All right. I thought I was supposed to put a card in here somewhere. All right. I don't know. I'll mess with the cards later. I'm not sure where the card was supposed to be, but I think I had planned on putting a card in here somewhere. Do I want to change it to that? Nah. All right. So everything's good there. Make sure it's set on maximum ads. 5th. Even though the Traxxas is not a 5th scale, I'm going to put it as 5th scale just because it's a large scale. I should create a diamond dust thing because I don't think I have a diamond dust playlist. So I don't see a diamond dust playlist. So that's done. Do I have a paid promotion? No, I don't. Autos and vehicles, sort by newest. And I will save that. Monetization, make sure it's kicked on max monetization. That way you get 1,000 ads. And then that's all set, right? But then I'll go into my phone. And this is how I do it. So I'll go into my phone. And then I will go into Studio. Go to there. So that's the thumbnail that they have it as. I don't think I want that. So custom thumbnail. And I haven't done it yet. So dang it. You know what? Actually, I think I do have a thumbnail that I can use. So if I go to there, scroll down. Here we go. Bam. And that's it. And then I can go from unlisted to change it to public. And then bam. So basically now that video is now active. So jump out. Jump out. Come on, 58 people here. Come on. We just had 2 people jump out. 58 people, 46 thumbs up. Come on. 56 people. Come on. Thumbs up, right? Come on. 57 people, thumbs up. Come on, just do it. Just do it. I have not actually watched that video. So that's the thing too. Like when I and this might be my like mess up. I usually don't watch my own like video. Like I'll watch it like after the fact, like later. But I'll post it and then I just like continue on doing stuff. And probably what I should do is I should probably preview it. You know what I mean? This Redcat literally is ready to rip. So should I put the bumper on? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna end the stream right at a 2-hour stream. So that means what time is it? Looking at so right at 1 o'clock I'll end the stream. So I'll just keep on working on this thing until then. I will put on the bumper. I was thinking about it. You know, I really should kind of clean up here. I'm all done with these grease things. So there's the part number right there for that. Maybe it's bigger there. It's bigger, it just doesn't focus. Never mind. It's not coming. Basically, it's just 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Replaces this basic, like, broken section right here. And I think that should be in this box. Hubs. C-hubs, links. Yes, it's funny. I've got the old ones. So basically all it is I'm not going to replace the bumper. I'm literally just going to replace the support because if I replace the bumper, then I got to like take out the headlights and all that junk. And I kind of really don't feel it's necessary. So I'll just pop out these screws here. Very easy to do. As long as I get the right bit. Oh, right bit was in it. Oh! Wrong way. 1. 2 is that piece. The screws, are they the same length? No, they're not. All right, so the screws are not the same length. So the upper bracket looks like it's a shorter screw, I think. Yeah, is the upper bracket a shorter screw? Yeah, the upper bracket's a shorter screw. That's funny. So, I don't think there's a left and actually there is a left and a right. I think. Yeah, there is a left and a right here, so gotta make sure I do this right here. Oh, look at that. The wire is even clamped inside the bracket. That's actually pretty cool. All right. So, you know what? Is it going to be easier just to switch over to the new bumper? Yeah, technically it is. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just switch over to the new bumper. Because it's only 2 more screws. It's really not worth watching. I mean, you can watch it. It's literally just, it's a failure. It's a total failure. That's the only reason why I didn't like it. Just it was just a fail. So aggravating to kind of get all the way out there just for a fail, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it's the I don't know. I guess it's the issue that I have with the Traxxas X-Max, man. It does not want me to run it. I'm really getting that impression. So it looks like that's how it's supposed to go. So that goes in there, that goes in there. Yeah, look at that. Redcat, man. You guys did some good stuff here. They really did. Redcat was really thinking on this RC. Even like the wire routing and everything, they really were thinking, man. Look at that. Even the way it's rooted in there, it's protected. That is pretty crazy. Ah. I've got questions about the tools and the... I have questions about the tools and the shank sizes. I'm not finding the tools that fit in an impact battery screwdriver. Where do I get the tools, the bits? 1/4 inch drive. So I use, I got these actually from Habao.com. It's actually HabaoUSA.com. If you go into their accessories, they sell this whole kit with a this. So it comes with a flathead, Phillips, comes with your couple of hexes. It's good for, you know, the scale that we're working on. Obviously, once you start getting into the fifth scales, you can still use some of these, but obviously you don't have the large sizes. But this is, I use this. There's also a bit that I use. I also use these Habao drivers. These are a very long reach driver. These things are awesome. It seems to be a very high quality tool. The basic these ends actually sometimes get stuck into the screws. That's how hard and sharp these things bite. I haven't stripped these out. I use them all the time. And I think what's great about the longer reach is that it allows you to almost not over torque stuff, because there's a little bit of feels like there's a little bit of like give. You can feel the difference. Like, say this is a piece of crap. Don't buy these. These are, see that right there? Wolf Whoop or whatever the heck it is. That was a joke. Those are pieces of junk. But the Habao stuff, really good quality tools that they sell. And then I've got these other drivers. They're called Apex Tools, I think, makes those. And they're a definite hardened... I think I can show you one. They're my gold bits. Somebody was actually asking about these, and I found the link. But these things, and I probably won't be able to show it on camera. These things are also some type of hardened material to where these things will bite into the screw and almost not want to let go. and I like that. And I can appreciate a tool that does that, because that means you're getting a nice solid, but it's called Apex, these ones. You know, it's got the 1/4 inch thing that you were asking about. Apex and Habao is what I use. Other people use like, what's that other? I think Chef uses a company. There's also the MIP, but I don't see any need for it. And then obviously you use Snap-on when you need to use Snap-on, or Fap off. Fap off. All right. So this thing is actually going to be rocking a bumper. Wow. Holy smokes. MIP drivers, right. Good for you, man. MIP, and then I think Chef uses something else. I think from like a company called DDM or something. Or maybe that's where he bought his drivers from. I really don't know. I just remember him vaguely talking about it, but because I don't pay attention to it, only because I know what works for me. And, you know, he does a lot of, wrenching too. So, and he has his preferred stuff. So, but I like the Habao stuff. Seems to be good quality. All right, so what's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the screws are actually already in there. So this KAIJU actually does have a provision for running if you wanted to. It does have a provision for running sway bars. I think they had intended for it to be a release at some point. Now, this wire routes through here and there. Looks like it actually goes around. So that goes in like that. And that piece goes right there. And that goes in like, oops, goes in like that. And that piece goes in there. Looks like I need some kind of like a little bit of an alignment here. Get that to go in. So I'm struggling with aligning those pieces up. So it looks like I've got one lined up right there. I think that one's aligned now. So I'm going to leave it loose, then align this one. Because that looks like it's still a little off. Ah. Way to go. Okay, so that one's not lined up. Was lined up. I just had it going the wrong way. So then, and that one's missing, and that one's missing. So what do? I lose the lock nuts? Nope. One's in there. So that lock nut's in there. So that one lined up. Then get this one in here. I think that's there. All right, somehow that's not. Oh, of course it's not going to go. When it looks like that, it ain't going to go in. It's kind of going to go in flat in order for it to work. Like that. screw too short? Almost seems like the screw I'm using is too short or something. Ah, it's not lined up. All right. Somehow. It's got to get lined up. But, you know what I think? It almost seems like there's dirt in the way. There is. So what it is the plastic piece. So that's what it is. So I got to pull those out. The plastic piece broke off. So on both of these, the little plastic nub, see how there's like a plastic nub right there? They're still stuck in there. So I gotta somehow probably get a drill bit and drill that little thing out of there. Son of a gun. All right, so I'm not done. Wow. Let's try this again. Some junk in it. And there was one at the front. I think there was one at the front, wasn't there? Yeah, right there, but I think I got the wrong bit. I got the wrong bit in. What's going on here? What size is it? I'm losing my mind. Is that not in? No, it's definitely in there. Is it? Ooh. What is going on here? What am I losing here? Am I losing my mind? Yeah, it's not in. It's literally just not wanting to come off. You kidding me? Excuse me. Holy smokes. It was still in there, that's why. It's just wanting to hold on. There we go. All right. Let's leave that like that. So you can see the little pieces are still stuck in there. So to be able to get that out of there, looks like I'm almost going to have to drill it out. Because I don't think I can pick it out. Because that's going to be Kind of dangerous. I'm going to take a finger off doing it this way. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a little drill bit, I guess, to be able to undrill or to drill that out. So, I suppose I can use that drill bit right there. Yeah, I gotta do this on the table. And it'll be a little smart. Instead of drilling right through my Losi banner, I'll put it on a block of wood. And hopefully do this on camera and not see if that worked. It's there. So using that isn't going to be the brightest idea. So I might be able to pick it out. Yeah. Just drill it out a little bit more. There we go. That worked. I think the piece is moving. The piece is moving. I got it right out. Look at that. It grabbed enough. It grabbed it enough. That works out. All right. Put that back. All right, we're good now. Now that bumper will go. Boy, that was almost a disaster. Yeah, that's way better. How it actually fits. Oh, wrong screw. these lock nuts in place. Much better. KAIJU's got itself a new bumper. So I am going to WD-40 that. The other thing I thought about doing, putting some type of extra bracing in here. Maybe do some type of a foam block or something. Why did that come up? So do like some kind of like I feel like it almost needs like some type of just a little bit of an extra support, because that's how I'm assuming that this snapped, was the impact of it hitting that way. And I feel as if it just had some kind of a semi-rigid foam or something. Something to kind of just... What I'm doing right now is I'm just checking like screw alignments, because there's a couple holes there. And I was wondering if there was the possibility of being able to use that. But it must be, you know, granted, you know, I'm going to WD-40 those arms anyway. You know, it just needs like a little bit of like some type of rigidity or something. I don't know. Maybe it needs like a secondary overlay or something on there. All right. KAIJU's like literally ready to rip again. So these parts, right? I do hang on to this stuff. Not sure exactly why, but you know, I hang on to different pieces like this. I put it in, I've got like this box of just broken stuff, because I feel like at some point maybe I might be able to use it to kind of do like something. So there we go. Extra pieces. Obviously this bumper, there's nothing really wrong with the actual bumper itself. So I will go ahead and I'll throw those parts in there. Did end up with a couple extra screws, which there should be shouldn't there be a bumper screw over here? Yeah, there we go. So these buckets, what I should do is just kind of put this stuff kind of back together. That way, if I ever have a need for something from this, I'll have it. Good for plastic welding? Yeah. My plastic welder never showed up. It was as if it was like a phantom order. I don't know if it got canceled or what happened. So I'm going to be not trying to buy from that seller again. So there we go. Redcat KAIJU is ready to rip. And like I said, got a couple extra screws now. That's always a good thing. I don't know why there's only 3, but here we go. Must have been on the magnet. I don't even know where my magnet went. So I think these screws may have been just like that. All right. So, oh, hey, Earl, you're here. Did you get a notification of me going live? You ordered the plastic welder from Horizon. Yeah, most likely. Just like my EXB diff just phantomly just disappeared. All right, so now plug in the lights. And I think one of the rear lights is non-functional, I think. So the other thing is too is making sure like making sure that the I'm gonna plug a battery back into it real quick. I haven't ran this thing in a long time. So I technically don't even know where the remote is. I have a feeling this ain't the remote. You know what? I don't even know where the remote to this thing is. Oh, crap. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to do a search for a remote control to go on that thing because I've only got one remote in my hand and I don't think this is it. I really don't think this is it. I'm going to toss a 4S pack on here just for a second. I really don't think this is the remote. Oh, that'd be a total bummer. I really don't think this is it. I have a feeling this is another car. I'm praying. Wouldn't that stink if I lost the remote? This thing's already on. All right. Battery pack. Plug it in real quick. Remote on. Car on. No, it's not it. Dang it. So I don't even know what this goes to. So it's obviously not this car. What's going on here? Well, I suppose I can see whether if the lights work. Oh. Front lights work. And only one of the rear lights work. So one of these must be pulled out. So I'll have to check the LED wiring on that. But basically, once I find the remote, this thing will be ready to go. Oh, Earl, did you say whether if you got a notification? No notification today either. Isn't that nice, man? Did you get a notification that I put out a video? Because I just released a video probably like a half an hour ago. I wonder if you got the notification for that. That's going to tick me off if people aren't getting notifications. Like, well, come on, YouTube. What are you doing? All right, so this remote's a no-go. I have no idea. No idea where it could possibly be. Oh, never mind. I think I just found it. I think I just found it because this is blacked out. This, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this has got to be it. Yeah, this is definitely the remote. Here I am saying I have no idea. It's because it was in my toolbox. Plug it in real quick. Again. It's on. And that sure does look like it's it. Nice. Good enough. Just blew out people's ears. All right. That's it. We're done. COVID and coffee. Episode 3, I think it was. This was episode 3, I think, COVID and coffee. Not too bad. Got 45 people here, 58 thumbs up. Can we get any more thumbs ups? Just curious. Just curious. I always like checking. I always like checking to see who didn't. Super Drake, what's going on, guy? You got the notification 39 minutes ago of this live. How long is this live? Has literally been going on for how long? 2.5 hours. That's nuts, man. Cut a small piece of tune. Right, tool noodle. Pool noodle, yes. Then slice it in half, right. What I've used in the past, but that's a very good idea. I like that. What I've used in the past, I'll show you right on my right on the thing here. Whoops. So right on, get this out of here. So right on my Mojave, this is what I do with the Mojave. Very similar to what you're talking about. So on the Mojave, to preserve the rear end bumper area, that's what I've done. Pipe insulation, very similar to like a pool noodle, but I think it's a little bit more manageable just because it's smaller. It already has the split in it. So you make use of the split, and I'll just notch it around certain things and then obviously zippy tie it. And you can see, like, there's been some rear impacts right here. So this, when you look at how that is sponged in there, that's really pressed down and in. Certain sections have little relief cuts just so it stays in place. But that's what I've done with this, other than just using, you know, the old Gorilla Tape, because this is all broken in here. But it doesn't matter. This is the Mojave. Nothing kills the Mojave. It's only stupid things that happen. So I totally, you know, reinforced both front and rear. Same thing with the front. Basically reinforced it with the Gorilla Tape up here. Just reinforced all these little areas that have a tendency to want to snap and break. But yeah, that pool noodle is definitely a good idea. But what's more readily available to me is just that pipe insulation, and it works out great. You see how I notch it? See how it's like notched? I don't know if you can see how it's notched in there. See how I like notched it? Same thing over here. It's notched all around. Stuff works out great. It is, that pool noodle is a good idea. I just don't have that. And I don't think I could get a pool noodle right now anyway, just because of the time frame. This one is actually ripping a Game Changer Goliath fan because it needs it. And this fan, effectively, the way I've got this placed in here, I've got it attached to the center brace, and then I've got a strip of double-sided stick tape, which basically keeps that fan right in place. And the fan blows air like totally this way, keeping the motor 100% cool and then also cooling down the center diff area. I mean, it makes it all the way to the ESC too. So, and that fan is absolutely nuts. Listen to how this thing spools up. I have this hooked up on 3S. Yeah, 3S, right? Do I have it wired 3S? I think I have it wired 3S. The amount of air coming out of there is nuts. I mean, look at that. You know what I mean? Look at the air. It keeps this whole thing. Like, I mean, to feel the wind. I mean, look how far away this is. You know what I mean? The air is coming all the way up to the ESC. The Game Changer Goliath fan has probably got to be, at least for this scenario, my favorite fan. That's literally my favorite fan. And that's the one that, like, I seemingly seem to gravitate towards just because it's just a beast. And, you know, you just get kind of like, you know, you kind of think about how you want it installed, and then you just literally install it. I mean, mine's installed with zippy ties and an adhesive strip, and it goes nowhere. This is smashed, crashed, bashed. The only thing it doesn't like is water. That's the only thing it doesn't like. But other than that, like you're in dry conditions or whatever, and you're in hot heat, which is kind of like what you should be doing anyway, that fan just literally just cools this whole section. I love it. Works absolutely flawless. Absolutely flawless. It's got my custom windshield. That actually works, which is crazy. That windshield actually works. You know, the wind, instead of going inside the cabin, the wind just goes boom right over it. The only thing I might do now is throw a windshield on both the left and right sides inside and just basically glue it to the body. It's got golden screws. It's got a window frame. It's actually curved because I did heat up the plexiglass and curved it so that it fits and overlays and doesn't press up on the body. It has a nice curve to it. IKEA has bulk batteries for sale. What? What do you mean IKEA? Super Drake, you go. Okay, so no on Super Drake, you didn't even get a notification about the tracks. Is it even live? Did I mess up? Wonder if I messed up. Did I mess up on it? Oh, wait a minute. No. I think I did it. No, it's public. It's even got ads. It's got a drone ad? No way.
When you buy
Oh no, lumber.
plywood,
That's cool.
that it's quality, it's reliable, and it's strong.
That's a good ad. Yeah. Rip it.
It's just getting warmed up. Oh my god!
Half size of the X-Max.
I didn't even really watch that. I didn't even get to watch that yet. I might watch the video myself. But anyway. If any of you guys, have any of you guys in chat, did any of you guys see that video? Just out of curiosity. Still no notification? It's been live for half an hour, I think. Death Dude. Super Drake. Man, you know when that thing's coming at you at almost full speed, that was almost full speed, man. You got to talk about, you know, back in the day with reaction time. That brought back my reaction time right there. And to also stick the landing. Come on. Skill. Luck. Skill. I joke around. It's skill, guy. No, it's luck. Luck of the draw. Have it like that. It's like I haven't paid my electric bill or something because it's not all lit up back there. I got boxes and stuff everywhere. Super Drake scared the crap out of me. Are you the one that was sitting next to your wife and you said that like she kind of freaked out because you scared her or something like that? Mitchell, you watch. It's really nothing. It's really it's really garbage footage. I didn't really catch much. It just, I don't know. Went real quick after that. What? Oh, so that was you. And the way I did the clip in this, it like, you see the Outcast. I think the Outcast just go by and then bam, it's like right in your face. I tried to do that kind of like on purpose. You know, you like watching, you get real close to it because you're looking to see where it goes, and all of a sudden, whoa! You get an Outcast punch in the face. You bobbed and weaved real hard, dropped the phone. That's awesome. You know what would be funny if people watch stuff like that in the virtual reality with the goggles on? That you can make a good video, man. I've had a couple of vehicles come to my face. Your leg was sore for about 3 days. Yeah. Yeah, those cars, man, coming flying at you. It's just like that part in the Outcast video where it was the Big Rock and the Outcast. When I had that thing coming down the sand path, that thing was 100% aiming for me. I think I sidestepped and I turned the wheel at the same time. I literally couldn't believe the thing was coming to me. Might want a plastic surgeon, right? Dude, that would have hurt, man. That would have hurt bad. 3D, right? Right, exactly. Duck, dude. Yep. You're good, you. You want a game changer fan? I told him give it to someone who needs it because I don't have nothing to put it on. Oh. I think I remember that, RC Daniel. You won that on the Ohio RC with Icon. I actually remember that. Right, trash bag went into RC heaven. It's right there. It's right there. It's just waiting for parts. I don't know. I swear that thing just that really was all my fault, because the crazy part was I moved that boulder. I moved the boulder to get it out of the way of the good jump. And when I was walking around to go set myself up for the X-Max, I totally forgot that boulder was there. And when I saw like the little jump, and it was just distance and whatever, and I forgot that I put the boulder there. So I hooked the boulder basically to where the X-Max went in and slammed into it, and it was my fault because I just literally was walking over there to go set up to get some X-Max, like, buttery goodness, and it just didn't. The stars didn't align, and I don't know, man. And now I'm paying the price, but it's fine though, because yesterday there was even today too. Yesterday there was enough super chats to basically pay for half the order. It was just like, you guys are insane. You literally just paid for half the order. That is awesome. So trash bag has its parts, should be here like I just got a notification that the part shipped out, or I got a notification that, and here's the difference, I'm getting it. So they send you a notification that it's shipped, and when you check the tracking, all it is that a label's been created. So a label is in the system, it just hasn't been dropped off or picked up yet, which that can be kind of a pain. Where is it? Right there. Yep. Crash bag. Poor thing. It's trying. Wait a minute. Somebody named Frank is questioning something. Frank. I have the Granite 3S, and that's just how it is. May have happened to me too, or that's just how it comes out of the box. I think mine came out of the box possessed. I'd love to be able to show people what an X-Max can do. Apparently I can't do it. I can show you what an Outcast can do, though. I can show you what the Big Rock does. I can show you what the Habao Hyper MT Plus 2 can do. I can show you what the stinking Mojave does. I can show you all the other RCs, what they can do, but I cannot show you what the X-Max can do. I just can't. You guys, there's 1,000 billion million videos already out there what the X-Max can do. I just can't do it. It just won't let me. You carry it wrong The wheelie bar doubles. Nah, I actually like carrying it like that. It's from carrying like carrying lumber and carrying trees. You know, I always use my shoulder. It's just easier that way. For me, it's easier to carry it. The fact you hit the rock you moved made it so much better too. Wasn't that horrible? That was so bad. I moved it because, like, I mean, obviously, if I had probably left that rock in place, there's no way the Outcast or the X-Max would have hit it. I moved it because I knew that the Big Rock was just a more fragile truck. And look at the Big Rock, and you didn't get to see it because there was no footage. The Big Rock walked away. Like, it still limped away, and I probably could have kept on ripping it. But, you know, the Outcast, that 2.5-story drop, and my bad trigger. Actually, if you pay attention to the footage, you can hear me bury the throttle. Like, I click the throttle to try to bring up the front end. But, like, timing-wise, apparently the signal, there wasn't enough timing. Whatever. I probably should have, like, clicked it earlier. Or maybe if the remote had a better, you know, signal transfer, whatever rate. Just trash it. Just bought a T-Max. Nice. First. Chef. First. Yeah, I would love to. I would RC or die. If you're probably not in here, but I'd love to see it too. The X-Max is a fun truck. I'd love to find out. Looks fun. It kind of was fun. It was kind of fun. Traxxas. I already have RPM on the way. Craig McKellen said, get Traxxas HD arms. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm actually going to respond to that. I didn't even know that was a thing. I have RPM on the way. And I know there was already a conversation about how RPM and the X-Max really doesn't go together, but that may be conditions. So we'll see. Right. Just in case thinks I failed. And you're right. Yes, I'm going to answer that. Yes, you are 100% correct. Oops. Yes, you are 100% correct, but it is just funny. I go to take it out, and once again, there's some type of failure. I always use talk to text. It's a lot easier. It's faster. Instead of finger peck typing or doing the swipe and it auto-correcting wrong. So, yep. Guy, it's not really worth it. You'll never get your time back. Guy, it's not really worth it. You'll never get that time back. All right. Well, I am going to end this live stream right where we are. What do we do? KAIJU did the upgrade to the KAIJU. The steel. Oh, and now it focuses. So the steel spur gear, which is RER 133.29, and that gets rid of the plastic piece of junk. It definitely makes the definitely is going to make the KAIJU louder, gear mesh wise. But also, I'm not going to be stripping out obviously that thing again. KAIJU is definitely going. Next time I go to Diamond Dust, which should be this Thursday, the KAIJU's going. I'm going to literally load up my truck with vehicles to take there. The intent is The batteries are still sitting in that thing right there. That thing's going. The outcast, I've got to fix that. So the outcast should be going back. The laser nut, which is right there, is going. The Traxxas Max is going. If I can get my act together, I'd like to take the Mojave back. The Mojave is a certified ripper. So that is definitely one vehicle. This Mojave, guys, this Mojave is a 100%. You want to talk about Cletus McFarlane and calling stuff a certified ripper? This thing is 100% a certified ripper. So I like the things he comes up with. He's pretty smart. Pretty smart. Pretty smart. All right, so I'm out of here. Take the Mad Van. The Mad Van's broken. Parts are on the way, but the only part that's not on the way. So I got the hubs on the way. There's no A-arms, so there's no arms available. Shock towers are available, but the arms aren't. So that's the bummer part. Cletus, goddamn. Yep. Whatever happened to Clayton? Where did Clayton go? Clayton said he was going to show up last night and give me a hard time, but he never did. Mitchell, you're fired. I see those numbers there. I see that. 8675309. Why is that in my head, man? That will literally be something that's burned in my memory to remember forever. There's certain things they people that do commercials, sometimes they really know how to stick it to you. Tortured, no, thank you. Get riffraff. Well, that's it. You're fired too. You're fired. All right. COVID and Coffee, episode 3. What did I even call this? Redcat Kaiju, I think. Kaiju Repair. Redcat Racing Kaiju Repair or something like that. Is that what I called it? Isn't that bad? I don't even remember what I called the... Oh, there it is. Yeah. So, COVID and Coffee 2021, number 3, Redcat Racing Kaiju Metal Spur upgrade. And we also fixed the bumper. So, I'm actually not out, but you should get out and rip it because just put a smile on your face. You know, I got a smile on my face right now. I think we just had an awesome live. There's 66 people gave thumbs ups. You kidding me? That's insane. The live streams have literally been getting, of course, I've been, asking for it too, but the live streams have literally been crushing it. There's 39 people right here, right now. It's insane. Super Drake, what'd you say? Y'all go watch my crappy videos. Yeah, why not, man? Y'all go watch my crappy videos. Come on, you guys watch my crappy videos. Go watch Super Drake's crappy videos. His crappy videos are probably about as crappy as mine. Go watch Riffraff. Actually, Riffraff just got a kaiju. He did a video. J.O. is actually doing I hope he's doing a build series. But J.O. actually got something that I've kind of been wanting. Granted, I'd rather have something else, but he got a RC thing that I would like to have, but I don't want that particular one because that one's weak. I'd rather have something that was a little bit stronger. But both Mitchell and J.O. have those blizzards. Whenever you listen to Mitchell's RC, he's so genuine with his giddiness. Like when you hear him, he just ripped his Outcast. Right before that, he ripped his Blizzard, his Kyosho Blizzard 2. I think he's calling it Blizzard 2.0 because what he did is he did a brushless conversion on it because the stupid, crappy Kyosho died, I think, like on his second run. Like, either the motors burned out or an ESC burned out or something happened where he lost total drive on one side. His Outcast has been giving him a hard time because of his receiver issue. And when you listen to him, he's just out there and he's having a good rip and he's having a good time. So if you want to hear somebody that, you know, is actually enjoying themselves, you know, you can hear it in his voice, you know, and he loves his trophy rat too. Yeah. Yes. Riff Raff just posted his kaiju video just the other day. Yeah. Guy over here calling I didn't call your stuff weak. No, the RC is weak. Not your stuff. Your stuff is very overly intelligent. Over-intelligently done, I think. I think you need to back off a little bit of the super intelligence. You know? It becomes more fun. I think J.O. You know what J.O. probably should do? J.O. This would probably be awesome. I think J.O. should have a couple of iced teas to loosen up and then do an unbox video. I guarantee it would be more fun. I'm offended anyway. I know everybody gets offended. You can watch my crappy, right? Torch and I see you watch my crappy videos. Dude, we're all got crappy videos. The only one that doesn't have crappy videos is Peter McKinnon. So if you, and why do I keep talking about that guy? It's not like he ever would watch my content or, you know, throw me a bone or whatever, but, and I ain't throwing him a bone. But if you do want to learn like some stuff about filming, I've followed him not from day one, but I followed him from like when he was, you know, starting to pick up. He didn't have a lot of subscribers when I started following him, and just his knack or his ability to film photographs, video. He does tutorials. He tells you how to operate your camera. I just, to see what he went from and to see where he is now, it's great because even though he's in Canada, so let's say this, he's living the Canadian dream right now. So you know how we joke around, we say we're living the American dream? He's living the Canadian dream right now. He just did a stinking commercial for, I think it was Hyundai. And it wasn't for like the crappy Hyundai. It was for like Hyundai's like nice car. Like I remember when Hyundai first came out. Hyundai was like a Yugo. You remember Yugo? Yugo, it's like Yugo and it doesn't. Hyundai used to be like the Yugo of, you know, the car like industry around here. And then Hyundai like literally stepped it up. And granted, would I ever own a Hyundai? No, I wouldn't. Although that car that he did video, that definitely seemed like a nice one. But I've got no interest in owning, you know, that kind of car. And if anything, we're lucky that we have a Honda here, because I'm also not a Honda guy either. But I knew that was going to be the right car for my wife. CRV, it is a great car. I do have a 2017 with the Earth Dreams engine. I do not have the oil dilution issue. Her CRV is mint. I've done videos on that just here and there. It's like literally needed nothing. It literally just needs oil changes and the thing there, the brake fluid change. So, all right. Let's see. Oh, it was called the Genesis? Right. But yeah, go check out Peter McKinnon if you want to learn how to film. And Mitchell, Chef, J.O., all you guys, Riff Raff, go watch Peter McKinnon. He will help step up your game by learning. I mean, granted, you'll probably have to watch a lot of his videos, but his videos are very well done. They're very watchable. Watch his coffee videos. Just watch his coffee videos. If you want to like get some cinematic like ideas, go watch his stinking coffee videos. It's like, makes you want to go have a cup of coffee. As a matter of fact, I think I might want to go get a cup of coffee right now because mine is like just about done. There's a little bit in there. Guy says we're don't at well, yeah, I know. Did I literally go an hour over? Did I go an hour over what I said? I don't even know. Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? But that's always the way it happens, man. I because I'm having a blast. Look at my face. Why would I want to stop having a smile? Why would I want to stop, being happy? You know what I'm saying? Chef, I know. Whatever. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm just saying. It's not like Peter McKinnon's like, a best friend of mine. I'm trying to promote his channel. He doesn't need promotion. Literally, I've taken some of the stuff that I've technically. What's the word? Humble. I'm humble. I know my crap is crap. I know my stuff is crap. There's literally, like I said, I think I'm getting slightly better in my head with some of the videos that I've put out. Some of them I actually agree right now seem a little bit better, but a while ago I literally said I think I've only got, out of the 500 videos I had at the time, I think I could only count on my hand maybe 5 videos that in my head were actually acceptable. I'm trying to take a different route right now. Wanting to start doing just literal less talk, more action. So I'll save the talk for this. I'm obviously always going to introduce, push you to click that thumbs up button. Like right now, thumbs up. 70. Wow. Gotta be kidding me. It's creative. I try to be with the voiceovers. That's why I've got this microphone right here to do like the echo voiceovers, that secondary RC Guy Garage, you got 2 of them. Well, I got one there and one there, but there's usually only one on my shoulder, and he's just saying the wrong stuff. He's telling me how much of an idiot I am. All right, I got to end this. Again, I'm on a roll, so tonight on, I know I said Shop Talk and Wrench. I think I'm gonna get away from that and just literally have it. I haven't decided. I liked the thing that was Late Night Live with RC Guy Garage because obviously that drills into people's heads RC Guy Garage, so it becomes like, RC Guy Garage is gonna become like a household name. It didn't used to flow off my tongue the way it does now, but it's easy now. Today on RC Guy Garage. All right, I'm out of here. I'm actually going to go watch my own video. So thank you to all the people that came into the stream. Definitely thank you for those super chats. Joe Daddy's Garage, I know you're not here right now. Thank you very much for that. I wish, for some reason, this does not pull up. This thing does not tell me. Why is it on mobile? Why on mobile can I pull up who gives super chats, but on this I can't? You would think that this would be the better way to be able to pull up people's names. Because what I've wanted to do is, like, at the end, I've wanted to do like a super chat thing so that on the next video, I'm going to start posting people's like literal channels and going, thanks to blah, blah, Mitchell's, Joe Daddy's Garage. Thank you for the super chats. It's what's keeping the channel going. You know what I mean? You gotta do it. But I don't see it in there. But people that gave the donations to the channel, Bam. Thank you very much. I pretty much think that all the parts that were for trash bag, or now it's been relabeled crash bag. Crash bag, I think the parts have been, literally been paid for. So, and that is stinking. That's insane, you guys. That really is. Thank you to all the subscribers that are here. Thank you to you guys that actually watch the videos. Thank you to you guys that give the thumbs up. It's really important. Like I keep going, it just basically tells YouTube that, hey, you know, this guy actually might be worth watching. Let's throw some ads on his channel. So, all right, I'm not out, but if you have the ability to get out there and rip it, because that point blank is what you should do. And we will see you, hopefully, later today, tonight, for another either Shop Talk and Wrench or a late night live with RC Guy Garage. And I'm out of here. Thanks for coming.